What's up YouTube, Shadow here, and welcome back to another Dark Souls 2 weapon showcase. This time I am showcasing the Mace of the Insolent. Now it's infused with Dark, as you can see, and it's plus 10. It has 99 base physical damage, 89 base lightning damage, and 211 base dark damage. And again, it is Dark infused, 15 strength and 10 dex and 10 faith to wield. It has E scaling in strength, D in dexterity, E in lightning, and a D in dark. So yeah, this weapon has attacks coming out of all areas. It's pretty nice. Um, so yes, something cool about this weapon is that not only does it have physical, lightning, and dark damage, but you can also use the R2 button. Is not an attack, it's actually to cast miracles and hexes. It's used as a chime. So as you see there, I'm just testing it, showing you. You can shoot off lightning spheres. You can also use buffs. So yeah, now we're about to go into the PvP side of the weapon showcase. So I will see you there. Alright guys, welcome to the first PvP fight for the weapon showcase. Now, what I want to get into is the miracles I'm using real quick. Of course, I'm using Sunlight Blade for the lightning buff on the weapon. It also buffs any lightning attack miracle attacks, which is nice. I'm also using Great Magic Barrier to have higher defense against all spells, whether it be Fire, Dark, Lightning, or Soul Sorcery. And then right now I have Heavenly Thunder, but I switch it up to a range miracle here after this fight, due to the fact, and this first thing we're going to get into is the reach of the weapon. This weapon has literally no reach. You have to be right up on your opponent to hit them, and that can be a big con. But the way to like kind of even that out is to not only have a ranged miracle, but also to have ranged items down in your equipment, such as a throwing knife, a lightning urn, a poison dagger, corrosive urn, whatever you want to use, some that damages or helps you have a range attack option, throw it down in there. I use lightning urn and throwing knives. So yeah, so that is one con of the weapon. It does not have reach for shit, and that is unfortunate, but just kind of negate that, even out by having a range miracle, hex, or ranged throwing items. Okay, so we talked about the range. Now let's talk about the moveset. The moveset, because the R2s, whether you one-handed or two-handed, is used as a chime to cast miracles or hexes, you are very limited to attacks, melee attacks. And how limited you are, this is how limited you are. One-handing it, you have your R1s. And then two-handing it, you have your R1s. And other than that, you have jumping attacks. So you have three options. That's really low compared to all of the weapons in this game. You really do not have that many movesets, attack movesets. So that can easily work against you. It makes you a lot more predictable. Well, I actually forgot to mention, you also have your running attacks and your backstep attacks. So don't forget those. So with those, that's enough to be able to change it up enough to where you aren't predictable. So as long as you utilize every moveset this weapon has, along with a ranged miracle or range throwing equipment, you should be fine. So just don't forget that. So even though this weapon does not have range, even though this weapon does not have a varied moveset, what it does have is power behind its hits. As you can see, I've been hitting around 400 damage a single hit, which is not bad for a mace. Especially a mace that can be used as a chime. So that is a con. This mace is pretty powerful, and that's always nice. So yeah, the key to using this weapon is going to be combining your miracles, your miracle attacks, and combining what variety you do have, utilizing your backstep attack, your roll attack, your running attack, and the R1's attacks, and your jumping attack. That's all the attack movesets this weapon has. Again, it is a lot lower than most weapons in Dark Souls, but it's really not all that bad if you do mix it up and use the weapon the way it's supposed to be used. So yeah, this is definitely more a miracle-based weapon for a miracle build. So if you're running a miracle build, you might want to give this weapon a try. And even if you're not running a miracle build, you can still get this weapon and try use it with your build to see what happens. I haven't done that. Maybe it will work, maybe it won't, who knows. But that's part of the game, is testing the weapons and seeing what you like, seeing how it works for you. So yeah, I've actually, when I first used this weapon, it's really hard to get a hang of the fact that I did not have R2 power attacks and it's switched out with chime attacks, like miracle attacks. That kind of threw me off, but once I got used to it, this weapon became very deadly and very good. And I really like this weapon. And I've never really used like mace weapons or weapons that you have to be right up on your opponent, but it's really fun. And something else I forgot to mention, because it does have a short reach, and the only way you have range is with your miracles and throwing items. This weapon requires you to be on top of your dodging, on top of your aggression. You have to be very aggressive to land and get hits in, and you have to be really good with your dodges, whether it's your back steps, your rolls. And then for me, as you can see there, I got a parry. I missed, so I believe I parried him twice. I use the parrying dagger and get parries when I can with this weapon, because it's a way to get easy, like, free hits if you time it right, if you earn it by timing the parry right. But yeah, so to overall sum this up, I know this is kind of early for summing up, but there's really nothing else to this weapon. The overall, it does have some pretty big cons, such as the reach of the weapon, the attack moveset, and just the fact that it can be really tricky to use. But once you do learn once you do get the hang of this weapon, once you have it down, you know how to use it, you know when to show off your miracles, it can become quite a deadly weapon, which was really surprising to me. So overall, this is a great weapon, highly recommended for faith builds. So if you're on a faith build, give it a try. Whether or not you put dark or lightning infusion on it is up to you. I just decided to go with dark, and I was going to use dark weapon spell to buff the weapon, but I actually couldn't use it because my intelligence wasn't high enough, so second best thing was the sunlight blade miracle. So hey, what can you do? But that's it really, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching this weapon showcase. Also, I'm going to be getting a new mic here soon, whether it's a Blue Yay or Blue Snowball. I haven't decided yet, but I'm probably going to be ordering it sometime today. So yeah, new mic's coming, so audio quality should get a whole hell of a lot better. So thank you guys again for watching. I highly recommend you pick this weapon up and try it for yourself. But for now, that's it. So enjoy the last 2 fights, and remember, like, comment, and subscribe for your daily Bloodborne and Dark Souls content, and I will see you in the next video.